Worldwide Interwork Ministry presents Men of Honor International Fire Conference with the theme Fatherhood, the Glory of the Family. Date Tuesday 3rd to Friday 6th of September 2024. Time 8 a.m. Venue Canaanland Counseling Center Worldwide, aka Interwork Ministry.
days to germinate. It takes 4 days to germinate. Ojanom urobocha no yefu. Assuming you planted your cucumber and after 4 days, the 5th day, we go through. The 6th day, we encourage farmers to replant. And they are the go through game got replant. Cucumber. Some of you are say, and when I'm farm, I live in the town. I have a friend who lives in Port Harcourt. He's an engineer. And he's a big man too. And when I go flower pot earlier, Ojilia autonomy to cucumber farm. Flower pot. Ojilia Megane turn on to cucumber pot. Every year, came by 3 years, and when flower occurred there, all cucumber. Because cucumber when season, it has no season. It is something that you can grow year round. A fruit or a crop that takes 6 weeks to harvest. If you grow it today, in the next 6 weeks, you will start what? Harvesting. And the lifespan of cucumber is 3 months. So in a year, you can grow up to 4 times, provided you have water. So what am I trying to say? This, my boss or my friend, he turned his flower pot to what? To cucumber farm. Or need he anymore here? Or the anymore here? He is what? A subsistent farmer. Namrana a subsistent farmer. Onye ko yana family amegene daga. So, and all the show of what he is producing pure organic fruit. Throughout. So, it is more nutritious than somebody who uses fertilizer throughout. Okay. So after 4 days, your cucumber will germinate. Germinate here. After the 5th day, the 6th day, we encourage farmers to replant. Then the cucumber grows very fast. More than so many crops, you know. The 14th day, that is 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later, you can start application of fungicides and pesticides. Pests attack cucumber very well. And that is why when you grow cucumber without taking good care of it, the cucumber will do what? Will begin to shrink, or your cucumber will die because it is under what? Heavy attack. Pests. We have so many pests like cucumber beetles. We have squash bugs. In my book, we listed all of them, so that when you see them, you can be able to identify. Because in weekend when I get to so UGG is different. Or in your farm, you begin to think otherwise. In cucumber farming, Ango takes care of what? Pollination. So when you see it in your farm, don't say akushilunu ibabu he beari anymore here. And when they began for good. If you have a farm and you see bees, in fact, you are a lucky person, because so many people today use things to attract what? Bees in their farm. So after 14 days, you are supposed to apply pesticides and fungicides. Fungi also attack cucumber farming. It attacks cucumber crops. So the earlier you start, the better for you. Then you apply this once in a week. Once in a week. When you go to chemical shops, there are many of them. Abachariana, small container. You buy them. You apply it. You can use something like Ragolis water, depending the size of your farm. I am now teaching you like a subsistence farmer. Maybe not for commercial quantity. Or you buy a sprinkler. Some of them and the father use small this thing. You buy it and your farm. You do that once in a week. Your cucumber will be very fresh. Some of these Hendam Kushigana also applies in watermelon. That is why I said game besha cucumber. Emo anak besha kogene watermelon. Then after 14 days, once in a week. Once in a week. And when na cucumber farming, staking. Staking, emali, something. Nihina oja kwaku, cucumber ja kwaku, eta unune chamali ji. You are also expected to do what? To stake your cucumber crops. Then we, as a commercial farmer, we use bamboos to stake because we grow in a larger quantity. And the species I made mention are the very big. So if you don't stake very well, so what we do, we advise farmers to use strong stick or bamboos. Give your bed. Your bed. Give bunya. Ge were oshishi or agalaba. Buye nishi keba. Gaba were a crossing bar. Another oshishi jimagene cross wire. So ngahe cross oria onunge gawo I were riri twine. Gimani anuku kukumba ahe. Gama shenya small. Ge were riri ahe megene. Ke ya nelu that oshishia hijire cross wire. Oh thank you geshi emea all of them. Gi mechaya you may not observe what? Staking. The staking is very important. One, it will make your cucumber to be what? Very greenish. Sometimes some cucumber crops eba na green, eba na white. All because of what? Lack of staking. Nga hana di case stakiri here ono na ala. Eba heno na ala gana cha white. Eba heno nelu na cha green. But you may now get into commercial farming. You must stake your what? Cucumber or your crops. Or the kaji. Onye kukuraji ige megene iga malia elu. Then yaro magi malicha elu na 3rd week to 4th week. Omba keji amali elu. 3rd week to 4th week, himali chali elu. Then, ye bito flowering. Mwe kukumba gi bito flowering. Kukumba na produce two flowers. One, the female flower, and the male flower. And at that point, bees ango na your farm. All these things are explained in this book. So I will also encourage you, you get a copy of the book to enable you, and also pass it. You go to your what? To your archive to refresh your memory. Then that period of 4th week can no angu gana na your farm. Ya bereba. Hangwa himega ogene. Pollination goods. The bees at that point megahana for pollination. Otekiga something from the male flower. Nemia inject now what? Female flower. Because enwogemgra isi kenesi mechara ha lecture. So mechara ha lecture. Hebito, they started a small farm there. So at the time, hapo amna funa angwa de kokwehi. Ole he ha geji babu ango. You see, gimwa babu ango. Why will you kill ango? Ango uhoma na farm. So which means your crop or your cucumber will do very well. So Ngwa has said, don't kill ango. Even that period ango nejabia, don't apply pesticide, because pesticide also scare them away. So Yaworea then like I said, chapter 5 is talking about irrigation. That's page 31. Irrigation. Just like I said, farming or ikohebasira cucumber onwe season. Ginwe hanamiri. You can grow all year round. If you have water, you can grow all year round. So Yamagila Nyeba, how a small picture of the drip tape system of what? Irrigation. Owo imenya miri gaba giba pe miri every crop inwere. Handa hini ne koro beshi were miri channel cha to them. So maybe I will discuss with Sir Reginald one of these days. Henda kwana ai kuganono abiame ya ugene practical. So that abiame ya practical in my farm. Nihina farming jademma anekweku aneme. Bejiri kunu hebasra bed. Akoya nihunu. Call I mega so that you follow up. Then, at the 5th week, after pollination, at the 5th week, your cucumber will begin to what? Grow. Will begin to bear fruit. You see the fruit coming out, growing every day. So at the 6th week, you are meant to harvest. The 6th week, you are meant to harvest. It will look like a magic. Ogadeka magic. Because all something they grow very, very fast. So at 6th week, you harvest. Then, there are some questions that people normally ask. Sometimes Gizo cucumber ni mahia gahu ndeke kilu. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed bitter cucumbers? Yes. Like I said, cucumber contains 80 or 90% of water. So, any cucumber or la kugilu, two things are involved. Either the cucumber and when again oria, number one, or and when many enough water ometega. Water, lack of water is a major reason why cucumbers bitter. But it's unfortunate that in Igbo land, we believe that anything bitter is medicinal. So I don't know why it is believed that anything bitter is what? Medicinal. So I don't know if it is medicinal, but I'm telling you that any cucumber that is bitter, two things are involved. Either it lacks water or that cucumber when again of warrior. I can see that my time is up, and I want to appeal that maybe in your next conference or before the year runs out, and then when a practical what farming section, even if you cannot come to my farm, we can clear any of these areas and use it for what? For our practical.
Yes.
So that
Let's celebrate him. Let's appreciate him.
Yes.
Clap your hands. Clap your hands for our brother. So, I am na ihe okuru. I want to chere ko cucumber. Ichiri na cucumber na ekonowa maka ndị shi Owerri. Afọ ogbe maka ndị nọ na Mbaise. Okay, isi gate maka ndị Ụmụahịa. Emecha now. Ọ ga-enye anyị phone number ya. Ọ ga-abịa kụziwara anyị ihe niile now. Then, like Okuru, na ọ ga-make arrangement with Sir Reggie, our prophet. Amara ebe ọ ga-enye anyị ala ebe anyị ga-akụ cucumber. Agụchakwana ya too ndị Mbaise zuo ya n'oshi. Anyị ewere ịma agụrụ n'ugbu a. Please, we are going to entertain two in a farm. Here is something that has to do with farming. And with the red, agoro shade now, everybody need the na akoro. I be no be so. So I get me entertain 5 person. 5 person. Mother Abu and already. Evangelist, get back because you get here. He gonna. A man me ejo. Okay, is it now?
Uma Monicha is Nitembise LGA Imo State, featuring Holy Mass, Adoration, Prophetic Utterance, Deliverance, Healing, Seminar, Health Talk, Empowerment, Get Together, etc. For more inquiries, sponsorship and participation, call 080-3318-1563 or 080-5513-8232. Accommodation is available. Men of Honor International Fire Conference 2024. It is a life transforming empowerment and glorious program. Canaanland Counseling Center Worldwide Interwork Ministry presents Men of Honor International Fire Conference with the theme Fatherhood, the glory of the family. Date Tuesday 3rd to Friday 6th of September 2024. Time 8 a.m. Venue Canaanland Counseling Center Worldwide, aka Interwork Ministry. Uma Monicha is Nitembise.
Okay, obi me won sangone. Kan wana wo get we kowa case ako cucumber. So even no. Adam very interesting. Adam interesting na nkuzia. And I'm more talking with the seeds. So ya jumbuzi. Get the cambe so with the seeds. nwa nwe na-ajụ edu esi nweta the seed ide wọkụ
Sa onye jụọ gị kọwaa ya ozugbo ka ị hapụ ichefu.
Ide walk. Yes, like I said, seed wo holy name seed is very important. So big as with the seed, the one we grow, and when hen on a cucumber farming. By shako or the shako other things. Una manana that and when hen up or seed company. This seed company will honor how it will put a seed like the one we grow or the imported from what Thailand. Keshe butegia or one that I use kai kraku kwaria. Yes, because all for what? For commercial purpose. So we buy from seed companies. But giwa kwane wo onye na chọrọ ịkụ akụ ka ị na-ada ị nwere ike egote from that seed company gị kụọ ya ya ka ga-aghọpụta ya dry ya you can replant it but ke m zụrụ from the seed company ga-amị ọtụtụ karịa nke ahụ ị mere gịnị nke ahụ ị shiri na nke gị wepụta. Do you understand me? Because enwere ha na-akpọ first generation, second generation and third generation. At a time enwere m gị ịkụlụ ka that one ịzụrụ kụọ ya kukumba gị ga-amachi ifuru enwekwa ike gị dị anị ya wụ gịnị ahụ niile ya na ahụ emena gịnị ọgwụla because all hybrid. So the seed maybe yaruma after the lecture I will tell Sir Reginald maybe when they need riani the small packet is 1.5. Maybe when they need riani ha may indicate ebe Sir Reginald then so that we can bring according to the number of persons in Idriane. I don't know if I have answered your question.
Okay. Excuse me. Odoranya ihokwa. Ode understandable. But eventually yota inya inka ngoro this one now 1.5. And nazo tieze de kukumba. Oh na ojaminete do cha henine I harvest here. Which means can you see use it?
Yes, you can use it.
Okay. Or then the seed inside or be
the seed inside. Okay. Yaroma ge koya now. Onke na taro onwegi. Ge koya ga wopote ya. Oga ha okra. Bo that's ga happy ya cha. Kukumba ya cha. Oja cha ota no hene ya cha orange ne ja cha. Ya cha mahokala. What is good for planting? Then he get mezi uga dry ya. Get weputa cha ya from eba hono.
Dry no e bua na wu. Ga bua na wu.
Yes, ya ma or they necessary that ga bua na wu you can give bath say anomolo. You understand? Or they necessary ne ga bua na wu. Eto e sha gba egusi. Gima egusi. Ya ro ma mmiri so ga I ga me gini. I ga ga say na lomolo gi. The same thing.
Then one other thing, irrigation.
Okay.
Oh no, okay, odumri. Can you say irrigate it? Abi, you know, odumri
no. During the rainy season, you need the mri again. Mri ka suru today. O take care of. Everybody men when mri suru also 3-4 days. And when how like me your cucumber farm. It's only during the dry season that you must water it. Every day you must water it. Don't water during awunacha. You got water either in the morning or in the evening.
Evangel topic ay jinaka maka cucumber. Imihi gona ke hapo.
Yes, bro Victor. Mr. Lecturer, I want to ask you you talk about during the time of second. How do you take the cucumber? You said that you are going to use seed. What type of seed? Is it bamboo stick or this ordinary stick that can be used? Number one question. Second question, I don't know if I'm going to ask the questions. Second question is, you said that I have seen a friend who was pursued by the bees. Ango, he was pursued by the bees. So I want to ask, how do you go about protecting yourself from being bitten by the bees when you are exercising your crops? The third one, you say you can dry your cucumber, the one you harvested. I don't know how many months, how many weeks, or how many days can you dry your cucumber. Thank you, sir.
Okay, your first question was, okay, the stick we use in staking. I talked about staking. That staking is very important in cucumber farming. And I made mention of either you use stick, dịka onye Igbo, enwere osisi ene ya kpọ icheku, enwere kene ya kpọ nkwa, enwere ụbụba, enwere many of them. Ị ga-ewere ndị dị strong. Gị buru ya, gị buru ndị ka ahụ nwere agalaba. So that gị manye here n'isi ridge gị. Ya ma ridge gị toro ogologo. Ga mara that ị ga-use up to 3. Gị manye n'isi ebe a, ga manye na center, ga manye n'isi ngwụcha. Ya when my ridge get very small, get manye here, get manye there. Then get away another oshishi megane cross wire. Then but I use bamboos for my own. One, I'm a commercial farmer. So we buy bamboos. We are into business. So when I started, I have a little story to share. When I started this cucumber farming in a very small scale, ejimagani mo hamaga bu oshishi. Meje bu oshishi nkwa, bu oshishi umu oshishi nda n'ime ọhịa. So man use here. So when I started expanding my farm, the question now, olebe won akra ga iji bu oshishi oja amali hwenda. Olebe ogi je bu oshishi oja amali hwenda. So I can one day, because I'm the youth leader in my place. I can go nde ngworia amai wusi onye bukula oshishi ni mohia give oshishi 10,000. Man say, wow, this law is directly for me. So because so many work game and again that truly ka ogene ekuno ge maka. So what am I trying to say? Not necessarily that if you don't like, I encourage you to get oshishi. But if you can't get oshishi, use what? Bamboos. I use bamboos and binding wire. Instead of looking for another crossing bar, another oshishime with a binding wire. And binding wire lasts longer. Binding wire music over 5 years now. I'm still using it up to now. So, already your second question.
Maka for Idra.
Okay. Bees are very important in farming. Not only in cucumber farming. Bees. Ahine jemena ihana for pollination. Pollination. Akowala me that cucumber one 2 flowers. The female flower and the male flower. Hangune jemewo ya brain male flower. Ya mene something there. Ya minyana the female flower. Onwe onyo chugoso. Angono na cucumber farm another obu obla before. No matter the quantity. Angono na cucumber farm omega enjoy. So it's working on way time for you. And meanwhile, the ango other one so gajadike ololololo. Oh ango gane bareni. Yane ba all that obiaga for attack. So I believe mbangu neja be attack hewo mwegra ebe ango kwara ichoreja muo or ija hango. Yes, with all and whatever. If you don't protect yourself, the ango can fight back. But the ones in cucumber farming, get mamsha call cucumber ango meblani attack before.
Thank you, sir. Evangel, MSG na number, Jindi Gozogi, Surelana House, Gajo Abaya, Dadingwajo.
Ide woko was a Hillary Wachuku. I'm from Bise. Kedu ihe na-eji akpata ni cucumber akụọ ya ya cha yellow like this.
Okay. Okay, m je ekwu okwu. Agwara m unu that after 14 days, you begin to apply fungicides and what? Pesticides. Ihe na-eji eme cucumber akụọ ya ya toluka o nwere ka ọmịnwa abịlị ya chagide yellow. That cucumber o nwere ha na-akpọ fungi warrior or a disease or a abịala. So prevention is better than what? Cure. Don't wait until that child yellow. Start from 14th day. That's 2 weeks after planting. Begin to apply fungicides and pesticides. Like we listed some of the fungicides in our book. I think we have the one we call DD-Force. We have the one we call Laraforce Gold. We have the one we call Z-Force. So these are pesticide and fungicides you are meant to use for your cucumber farm. Yes. Oh, thank you very much.
The work actually juga juju ado. Enu him ne Gewent. I'm ne jako cucumber in the work.
Wow, that's good.
I'm ne jako makemberere makere credit year. Ajujum chore jogini me cucumber ho. Cucumber koro. Where the first one? Where the second one? Ye bido bawodo. Ye bido bawodo nga. Bia bend the way like this. Gene na cause here. Ka ho ofu. Nkozo wo. Ikuru cucumber ye fufuta. Ho tua. Like a Greek man mene akuro the first one. Ogram na na akofo akoya abo nala. But me na kujira nyenga ikuji hena na na akofo akoya abo ala. Mana ache ghọta ma ọ ikufa akụ ya abụọ ma otu o kwesịrị ka ọ all mistake comment.
Okay. Let me start from the second question. In cucumber farming, there's what we call pruning. Pruning is very important. Our time could not allow me to say everything about the cucumber farming. Pruning will iji scissors megini kpefu ndị akwụkwọ ndị nke ahụ ofuru na mbụ ị ga-eji scissors megini kpefu ya about 4 of them, and the first branch of the cucumber cucumber jawa agalaba kemgbe ahụ ị ga-achafu ya lay about 4 to 5 leaves megini chafu ya, not only 2. You got chaff for about 4 to 5 leaves. Chaffia. I hear what chaff get out. On we can megani. Cucumber we can megani. We are breeze number 1. So that she cook on that himene, na she agenda himene or MPK himene. Go garani megani. In on that. Akukonda hegrani on a amenichia. Because I hear mega every nutrient. Yami one honga kwesiri megani. Were that nutrient na emegini na evu ike mana gị hafa akwụkwọ ndị ahụ ọ ga-emegini ya na amịrị the nutrients, and akwụkwọ ndị ahụ kwa ndị ke mbọ na-ejebu ụzọ ha chawa yellow. So ị ga-ewefe ya at the 5th week, 4th to 5th week, you do what we call pruning. So I'm sorry that I did not say it, but like I said, everything is in the book. Pruning is essential in cucumber farming. Your second question is what?
My second question is maybe don't me the first one. Equally, yeah, me the first one. Gawoya. Yeah, me second one. Gawoya. The third one, yeah, maybe don't bend well like this. Now, water. Get a cost.
Okay. It's also in my book. Why do we have curved cucumber? I'm going to cucumber again. Yeah, again. Yeah, they curved or they straight. Yes. Odo Udu na cucumber. I want a what? Oh, pest. I want a pesticide. So yaru magena abaya oku pesticide in that boroluna. Omodo gabayane. Then hene jeme cucumber get adre curved. Wo. One wo. Lack of water. Lack of water. Bitterness and curved. Wo lack of water. Number 2, warrior. Because then can go no. Before you know it, you can have a curve one. Then the cucumber can decide to have a little of maybe now curved. That's all now open the rota. Maybe only can decide there it went on a kind of slight curve. Kaha is natural. That one is natural. But when it begins to curve, warrior.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Cucumber cover warrior. Atakwala.
Men of honor, I'm Boniface Calendar. My lecturer, I'm confused on how to, 6B is our friendly that help in pollinating our crops. So how do you rationalize the application of pesticides and this in order not to harm these bees? That's my question.
Okay, that's a very good one. Like I said, application of pesticides starts from the 14th day. During that period, bees are for our bila. You will begin to apply this. Bees will come from 4th week when your cucumber starts what? Flowering. That is the time you see bees. Then during that period, you are supposed to apply your pesticide or fungicide early in the morning before the arrival of your bees. Yes, very early in the morning. Those bees are not living in your farm. They come to your farm. You can apply that evening, that night, or early in the morning. Before angonda hemegene abia. Giba bekuya yala ogakwa abia because henda hena no your farm is bringing them. Ushin henda alone. You will check within that place. And we be when angokwara. But the moment cucumber ge bitro flower gaho ango megene naturally abiawa. Yeah, but sorry, there was a time I experienced lack of bees in my farm. I'm not getting many experience. Even in Ngopala, that period, I became afraid. So people advised me to go and buy honey to spray in my farm. Some people say bring pineapple, popor, Guyana your farm. I know I applied those things and I'm so, but naturally, without applying some of these attractants, angu jemegene gabia.
Thank you, sir. Biko, let's clap for him. Kaikona no niaka. And then when a textbook for cucumber, oh nature give me it Stanley. I'm not going to notice you were in here, we're in Stanley. Yeah, I'm going here, Basarego.
Imo State, featuring Holy Mass, Adoration, Prophetic Utterance, Deliverance, Healing, Seminar, Health Talk, Empowerment, Get Together, etc. For more inquiries, sponsorship and participation, call 080-3318-1563 or 080-5513-8232. Accommodation is available. Men of Honor International Fire Conference 2024. It is a life-transforming empowerment and glorious program. Canaanland Counseling Center Worldwide Interwork Ministry presents Men of Honor International Fire Conference with the theme Fatherhood, the Glory of the Family. Date Tuesday 3rd to Friday 6th of September 2024. Time 8 a.m. Venue Canaanland Counseling Center Worldwide, aka Interwork Ministry, Uma Monicha Isnitin Bise LGA Imo State. Featuring Holy Mass, Adoration, Prophetic Utterance, Deliverance, Healing, Seminar, Health Talk, Empowerment, Get Together, etc. For more inquiries, sponsorship and participation, call 080-3318-1563 or 080